Welcome to the Mindset Mile podcast, the show that'll leave you empowered to take action towards becoming the turned up version of your already awesome self. I'm your host, Aisha Zaza, and I'm so glad you're here. Let's go. Hey friend, welcome back to the Mindset Mile podcast. Last week was a big week that I have to just say a massive thank you for. I launched my 8-week meal prep guide, Well Prepped. And the concept behind this is that you prep once, you cook twice, and you eat all week. And this is a system that has helped me extinguish the exhausting and ongoing question of what are we going to eat for dinner tonight? Okay. This is really just an efficient way that I've been using for years to put mine and my family's nutrition and weeknight dinners and leftovers for lunches, or if we want to repurpose them for dinners, on autopilot. These are all macro-friendly meals. Do you need to track macros in order to use them? No. You can consider that an added bonus by not having to think about what you're eating. But most people I know are not eating enough protein and severely overeating fat and carbs. So the fact that these meals are proportioned evenly is just an added bonus if you know absolutely nothing about nutrition. If you do track macros, then they're going to be super easy to adjust to your personal they're going to be super easy to adjust to your personal macros, is what I meant to say. But really, this guide, my intention for it is that it gives you your time back and your energy back so that you can spend it doing more important things in your life with the most important people in your life. So you can grab a copy through the link in my show notes, or you could go to aishazaza.com to learn more and download your copy there. So this is a one-time purchase. I was getting some questions if this was a subscription. No, it's not. This is one time for you to purchase, download, and it's yours to use and love forever. And lastly, I did just want to say I made a well-prepped highlight on my Instagram where I did a Q&A. And there's some story slides that are like very easy breakdowns of what exactly this is, what you're getting, and all of the value that this guide has for you. So grab it. And as always, please tag me because I want to see when you start making these home run recipes, or at least I think my family thinks they are. So enjoy. All right. I want to share something today I started doing somewhat recently. Probably within the last 60 days or so. And it's made a huge difference in how I view my productivity. And it's made a difference in the way I feel about how much I get done in a day. And honestly, so much in my confidence as well. I'm going to make a generalization here, but I think I'm right when I say that most people feel like they are not doing enough. And this goes for every arena. Right? I talk to people all the time that they feel like they're never doing enough at work, or they're never doing enough to please everyone in their family or their friends, or they're never doing enough for their health. I mean, if you're even acutely conscious of your health and the things that you put in your body, or know anything about nutrition or metabolic and hormone health, then I feel like for as great as it feels to take a step in the right direction by eliminating something new or adding something in particular to supplement your health, or maybe you add something new to your recovery routine, you're then met with 20 more of the newest and best things that you can do for yourself online, right? It's like this never ending cycle of like, oh, now I need this, and now I need to do this, and now I need to do this. And I see this conversation so much about not doing enough, especially in parenting communities and online pages and Facebook groups. And in the way that people just genuinely share about their experiences raising children, whether that's in person or online. There's this do-it-all facade online that plagues moms, especially, into believing that they're never doing enough, whether it's by seeing the way that someone else manages their household with seemingly more grace, or whether they appear to never lose it on their kids, or whether they're that Pinterest mom who has everything perfectly curated from bedrooms to birthday parties, Or be it from even a company that's selling you a product or a service that makes you believe that what you have and the ways that you teach or entertain your child is not enough. There's always someone selling you this idea that you don't have enough and what you're doing is not enough. It just comes from all different angles. And if you know what I mean, then you know what I mean. But just because people's lives are on display in a highlight reel, and just because there's this perpetual talk about never doing enough or feeling like you're doing enough, doesn't mean you need to believe it. You know, I'm all about small habits that make a big difference, which is why I never skip a day of taking my Ritual Essential for Women 18 and Up multivitamin. I was looking into some info on the efficacy of this particular vitamin, and after a university-led study, it showed it increased vitamin D levels by 43% and omega-3 DHA levels by 41% in women in just 12 weeks. That's huge. I personally love that Ritual's Essential for Women 18 and Up is one of the few women's multivitamins that's USP verified, meaning what's on the label is exactly what's in the formula. So if you've been sleeping on getting a multivitamin, this is your sign to finally get one or to switch to Ritual's trusted vitamins. As a Mindset Mile listener, you can receive 30% off your first month's order. Visit ritual.com/Mindset Mile to start Ritual or add Essential for Women 18 and Up to your subscription today. One of my favorite high protein snacks is Greek yogurt, and to it, I'll add some berries and granola. But I'm super picky about my granola because most of them are made with tons of sugar and inflammatory oils, which is why I use Wildway granola. It's made from 100% real ingredients with no added sugars, preservatives, seed oils, or flavorings. Just wholesome blend of nuts, seeds, dried fruit, and spices. And they have such amazing flavors like coconut cashew, banana nut, apple cinnamon, dark chocolate sea salt, peach pecan, and vanilla bean espresso. They're all delicious. You've got to get your hands on some. Right now, save 20% off your first order with the code MindsetMile by visiting wildwayoflife.com. That's wildwayoflife.com using code MindsetMile to receive 20% off your first order. Okay, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I have not had my share of frustrating days, feeling like I was doing stuff all day long from the second that I was ripped out of my peaceful sleep by the baby monitor that's next to my bed until the time I closed my eyes. And I mean all day long. Yet I wondered, what did I even do today? And it was all because nothing, and I'm doing air quotes here, productive got done. And by productive, I usually am speaking for work. It's really no fault of our own that as parents and mothers, we truly need to redefine what productive means and what that looks like, especially if you're a high achiever or like me, an Enneagram 3. I have to say, I need to give myself credit because I have adjusted my expectations a lot, and I do give myself a lot of grace, but I am still hard on myself sometimes. But being excessively hard on myself in the past over what I did or didn't get done has never done anything besides make me feel resentful and angry, both of which serve nobody. So when you look at habits on how to be productive and organized and to set yourself up for success, one of the most commonly advised and practiced tips is to make a to-do list. And I love a list. I love a to-do list, okay? Who doesn't? Lists help you prioritize. They help you reduce mental clutter. They help you feel a sense of accomplishment when you cross things off of them. But here's what I've implemented recently that I find might even be more valuable than a to-do list. I've started writing a done list. I started a note on my phone, and at the end of the day, or even throughout the day, as I'm getting things done, I'll write down what I did. And I format it in my Notes app with the little list feature that's in the iPhone version of the Notes app, where it adds this little circle before what you're writing. And then when you click on the circle, it fills it in with a check mark, which is the universal and rewarding sign of something being completed. And nothing is off limits for a done list. Okay. I write down big, important action items that I completed, whether it's for work or for our household or just a personal thing I needed to get done. And then I also write smaller ancillary action items I completed, like unloaded the dishwasher or dropped off Amazon returns at UPS store. And as it turns out, even on the days where I feel like I got nothing quote unquote important done, I'm shocked at how long my lists are when I include everything that I actually did. And here's why I've found it so powerful. Our to-do lists never fully capture the amount of activity and things we get done in a day. The things that make the cut for the to-do list are usually like the obvious and urgent things that you can't forget to do or don't want to forget to do. But you do so much more than fulfill the 5 major things that might end up on your daily to-do list. And whether you have kids or a pet, or you help take care of members of your family, you do a lot that you don't give yourself credit for. But why do we give ourselves credit for some, and by some, I mean very few things that are only deemed important because they are urgent, or they are only on our to-do list because they're urgent, but not the laundry list of other things we accomplished during the day? And here's my theory. Most of these smaller, invisible to-do list items are things that you're on autopilot for. They don't feel important or like a task you completed because it's just a part of your routine. But if you're getting yourself up, your kids are fed, dressed, teeth brushed, hair brushed, they're corralled, they're in the car, lunches are packed, backpacks are ready, shoes are on, all before 7:40 in the morning, you are doing a lot. And I could run through the scenarios to fit every avatar, okay? Every person who might be listening to this that doesn't have kids, but you get the point. Where are the areas of your life that you are not giving yourself credit for? We are a culture of people who are really hard on ourselves, and this constant feeling of never doing enough, it needs to stop. All it creates is shame, it chips away at your self-worth, and it keeps you from feeling joy in the mundane, in the day-to-day. If you want to start correcting the thought pattern that you're never doing enough, you have to start making done lists at the end of your day. The proof is in the pudding. The proof is not in the to-do list. It's in the done list. You are doing a lot. You are crushing it, my friend. If this episode spoke to you, please tag me on social media. I want to see it. I want other people to have a chance also to see what you're listening and benefiting from. And I cannot wait to see you next week, my friend. Until then, make it a great day.